What's up, guys? It's Jughead here, just a down-to-earth guy trying to bring you some down-to-earth content. Welcome back to my Let's Watch One Piece series. Today we're watching both episodes 9 and 10. We are entering double digits. Buggy is defeated. Luffy sent his ass flying into the sky. The stereotypical cliche star out in the distance. Half his body still on the island. Half of his body went soaring. So whatever's left of his crew after Luffy deflected that buggy bomb right back at him, they're going to have to pick up his body and go find his ass and put him back together again, like Mr. Potato Head or something. But 9 and 10 I'm very looking forward to because episodes 5, 6, 7, and 8, we're on the island. Every new episode, I'm like, oh, it's going to pick up from where it left off. We got to finish this mini conflict. You know, when every episode or so, every few episodes collected have like mini arcs, mini conflicts, mini plot lines. But now episode 9 and 10 are, I just love it when you have no idea where you're going, what you're doing, who you're meeting, what's happening next. So that's what I'm excited about here. If episode 9 is going to be on its own, or what other new conflicts we're going to be getting up next. That's what I always like. I want to see more powers. I want to see more villains. I want to see new character development. I want to see our squad work together. I'm just excited about all that. You want to watch One Piece? I want to watch One Piece. I'm going to shut up and I'll see you in a few seconds. One Piece, episode 9. Just want to say real quick, if you enjoy and look forward to this series here, hitting that like button does go a long way, and subscribing really means a whole lot to me and helps this channel grow. With that out of the way, in 3, 2, 1, let's watch, shall we? A nice, tranquil, calm sunrise with some nice, fluty music in the background. All tranquil and calm, and I can suppose this won't last for long. There's going to be somebody screaming, somebody running, to completely and ironically go opposed to this nice nature scene we are getting here. Ah, there we go. What did I say? Pirates, of course. Which pirates, though? The crew he is a part of? He looks like a pirate. He looks like the pirate that's trying to get everybody to run away so his actual crew can come in and ransack the place. Ooh, Liar of Justice, Captain Usopp. Usopp. I'm sure I'll be told how to correctly pronounce that. He seems to always have food. Oh, some meat. We know he is a carnivore. Luffy loves his meat. He loves his booze. Yeah, let's get a better crew first. Let's know what we're getting into. And let's get a bigger ship. We can't just be going to the Grand Liner right away, or else we wouldn't have 1,000 episodes to have to go through. Yeah, those seem like very important positions. Yeah, that first guy, definitely a pirate. That's what I would do. Get everybody to leave so you can just take your time ransacking the place. Obviously, he's gonna join our crew, right? Mans is already out of breath. Is there anybody even home? Ah. Is he just a prankster? Oh, yep. This is how you really get them. Outwitted. Don't run away from the pirates. Chase his annoying ass. And the same goal comes as a result. Then they come home and everything's gone. He's over robbing your... Oh, nope, he's up in the tree. The rest of his crew, huh? Another job well done today. Oh. Well, that's not how I thought it was gonna go. Oh, that's Captain Usopp. So see, I kind of see him. Okay, all named after vegetables. Kind of like Dragon Ball, with food and musical instruments. I kind of feel like he would relate to Luffy because it sounds like Captain Usopp has the dream of becoming a pirate himself, a captain himself, but he's stuck on this island. Oh, there we are. That's gonna be Nami's ship. And he talks so much about wanting to be a pirate, but now that there's actual pirates here, he's freaking out. Plus, he's gonna run through the town and actually say that there are pirates here, but nobody's gonna believe him because he's the boy who cried wolf at this point. A pussy, that's who. These little kids, tougher than you. Don't worry, you're just gonna find a devil fruit powered kid, the world's most powerful swordsman, and a hot chick. You'll be fine. Yeah, you're going on your own, man. Oh, nope. Will they be met with hostility? Or open arms? They are pirates, so why would you open up pirates with open arms? Meat, 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 meat. Same, I'm fucking starving right now. I'm binging anime on an empty stomach. It's not good. He senses somebody in the bushes. His spider senses are tingling. What the hell? Just little kids are gonna pop out. Dan, this guy's got a posse. Hey, he's impressed by... That's what I like about Luffy. It's kind of same thing with Goku. Goku's impressed by powerful people. Luffy is impressed by pirates. Yep. Guy achieving his dream, being a leader, being tough. Are they all fake flags? Yep. Two flags per kid. She ain't stupid. We know she's the brains of the operation. Luffy and Zoro are the brawn. Oh yeah, fire it at him and watch it deflect. Watch it deflect. I always look forward to people finding out that he's a rubber person. It's always so fun. Isn't that always like one of the most enjoyable parts of a superhero movie or superhero show? Is seeing people witness the powers? Now that you've drawn your weapon, put your life on the line. 100% resolve. Yep. That's what Shanks said, right? Guns aren't for threatening. Remember he said that when the guy put the gun to his head? Those are not toys. You don't threaten those with people, you kill people with those. I love how he takes lines from his mentor and the same attitudes. That's a sick shot too. That's a sick pick. That might be my thumbnail picture. Shadow over the eyes. Who's backing down? We know Luffy ain't. But will he respect if he doesn't? Hey, join my crew. Oh, that's the first time I'm noticing that there's 5 people in that line. I don't really pay attention to these, but now I am for some reason. You just have to find a way to make Luffy like you. Then you're alive. Then you're fine. The kids have abandoned your ass. Put the slingshot down, unless you intend to use it. Which it ain't gonna do anything to this kid, but you don't know that yet. Until you find out who he is. He just says that so smooth. Pure Shanks. What you gonna do? Suspenseful. Tense. I like the build-up. Nice. Yep. Way more punch behind their words. And now they laugh at your humiliated self. Ah! There we go, like I said. He's heard of him? Well, of course, Shanks has to be a well-known person, just like Buggy is. What? Can he guess from... I'm guessing he met his dad back then. Yasopp has to be in Shanks' crew, I guess, right? I wasn't paying attention to the rest of his crew, but he does look like a familiar character. Like a younger version of the old guy that maybe I could have subconsciously seen. Yeah, okay, you met him when he was a kid. He was a part of Shanks' crew. That would be super cool. Old man and the sun out on the seas, different crews. Wait. What? Oh. Do I remember him? No, I do not. No, I don't. I don't think I do. Or do I? Was he in the first flashback? My memory's failing me, I guess. You gotta have a real ego to have your headband be your own name. Yep. Kind of like in a Hunter x Hunter, where Jing leaves his son Gon to pursue being a hunter. Just like that mayor said, sometimes there are fights men cannot run from. Sometimes there are goals and ambitions and dreams that require leaving somebody behind. living your life on the line. Must be really worth it to leave your son and your family behind. Maybe that's what drives him. He wants to find out what it's all about, kind of like Gon said he wants to with his dad Jing. Why not? Sure you do. Interesting so far. I like how everybody he runs into, he already has prior connections to. Buggy knows Shanks. Usopp is Yasopp's son. Kind of cool. I like when such a vast world ends up fitting into like the phrase like it's a small world after all, you know? Well, she seems sad. Ooh. Usopp got a crush? Hey, my man. My man. Oh, her parents are dead? Huh. Find a new daddy, huh? Usopp's all the medicine you need, girl. Go find him. My man. We want to see a king succeed. You go, my brother. Go after her. Nice. Hey. Just sneak through the window. In and out real fast. I was about to make such a dirty joke, but I don't really feel like it. I was gonna say put that long nose to good use, but I don't want. Yeah, never mind. I feel weird making these innuendos with people I don't know whose age these characters are. Never mind. Huh. Oh, you made her laugh? You're in, my boy. Easy peasy. Yeah, who eats people these days? These remind me of the little kids in Naruto that were Naruto's friends in the beginning of the show. Ignored. He died. They ate him. Look at all those plates. Straight psychopath. I love Zoro. He just plays into it. You better see some kissing action. For his bae. Oh. Okay, your name is Kaya. Okay. Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm gonna pause. Lying is bad, but I don't want to pause. My argument is, if you're making her laugh and making her smile and making her forget for just a little while the cruel realities of life, then are you really gonna call him a bad person? He's not lying to deceive. He's lying to make her happy. And that's... Sure, lying is bad. It's like, always tell the truth, or at least don't lie. But, hey. It's not a black and white issue. There's a lot of gray there. That's how I at least perceive it. You know? Human slingshot. I love it when people find out power. They're all gonna go with him. They're all going for a ride. A rough landing, but I was gonna say he's the only one that could survive that and be okay. Zoro ain't looking so good. These are my friends. Oh. Join my crew. No. Oh. This loser. I'm not gonna remember that name. I'm just gonna call you loser. Nice shoes. Hey, Luffy don't like you. Don't get on his bad side. Who the hell is this? Who the hell is this? Is that the father? Same hair and everything. Huh. Onwards to episode 10. Let's just get right into it. 3, 2, 1. Let's watch, shall we? Is that the father? I'm only going based off the hair, because I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to any of the physical features like the mouth, the nose, stuff like that. It doesn't look like it would be his father. Because I wasn't paying attention to his father from the past or the physical features or anything. The only thing I really noticed was his long flowing hair. I'm going to say, I don't know. Maybe he's coming back. Maybe he left the crew or something. Recruiting his son, I don't know. Who does this? Again, who does this? That's so annoying. Michael Jackson. Who is this guy? That like the world record. This is Michael Jackson, just performing a fucking moonwalk. It can't. Yeah, it's not his father. Never mind. The weirdest guy ever, Jango the Hypnotist. Now we know. No correlation. I don't like this guy. There's a bad aura about him. Bad vibe. Just give us a ship. We'll be on our way. Straight up, no? Oh, don't start talking shit. Don't start talking no shit. Oh, don't bring family into this. Oh, don't do this. Filthy? Come on. Oh, Luffy's not gonna like that. Luffy ain't gonna like that. I'm gonna pause when I'm gonna talk a lot. Luffy ain't gonna like that. Because insulting Yasopp is insulting by extension Shanks. And you're not gonna be doing none of that. And you call my father filthy? Even if he was a filthy pirate, you are not your father. You're just gonna automatically toss him in with there? What do you have against pirates? Savage? Nah, you state in your own twisted opinions. Hate idiot father for a You're going too far. Yeah, don't. Luffy's gonna love this. Luffy is gonna love this because 100% resolved. Sometimes there are fights you cannot run from. You're not gonna insult my father, and you're not gonna insult me. Luffy's gonna like that attitude. You already know. Right hook. We love that. Look at that. Right hook. Powerful. He leaned into that. We like that. 100% resolve. He's about that action. Immediate resort to violence. So you're saying if somebody insulted the shit out of your father, spout lies, talk shit to you, you're just gonna stand there like a bitch, not do anything about it? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Sure, he's a liar, but okay, the girl is depressed, sad, and he just comes in. I want to tell you a story to cheer you up. All he wanted to do was make her laugh and make her smile. Sir, sure, there are, like, always tell the truth or at least don't lie. Lying is not good, but it's not black and white. It's a gray area sometimes, like this. If you liked her, all you would want from her is a smile on her face and laughing, and for a moment just to forget the sadness and cruelty of the real world, the death of her parents. Oh, fuck you. Stop for her. Stop for her. Listen to the girl. We love a supportive queen, but listen to her. Is it best for you though? How is somebody else gonna know what's best for you yourself? And by extension, are you saying he may not be best for you, but he's not good for you, good enough? What are you saying here? Yeah, see what you did? See what happened? What the fuck? Yeah, you have all these guys speaking on his behalf. Who do you have? I'm gonna need some more context. Even Luffy wants to get on this. Don't hold him back. Let him fuck him up. Just the look of him. People have looks. The hair, the face, even in real life, you can tell. Like, bad person. Like, you know when you see a serial killer, and you're like, yep, that's a serial killer. Just act like nothing happened. Are we gonna get to a heart-to-heart understanding here, or what? Why does the gold on his jacket look like literal dog diarrhea? It just looks like shit. Because he's a jerk. And I don't trust him. Yeah, nobody who talks like that is a good person. You know? Nobody who's that toxic is a good person. Now he's gonna sit down, and either manipulate her even more, or we're gonna gain some understanding. Okay, it's been nearly 3 years. Let's get some more. 3 years. The day he came to this mansion. You know, a little coincidentally, parents her living all fine, then he comes along and the parents die. It's like that Incredibles meme. Coincidence? I think not.
Coincidence? I think not.
Shadowy silhouette figure, assuming that's him. I was kicked off the ship I worked on. Pirate ship or cruise ship or what? No work, no money, dying. Does she take him in, or the parents? Parents, dad. He looks a little ominous with that illustration, but the lack of eyes is a little creepy. You stumble upon the mansion. You're dying, and you just stumble upon the mansion with the rich family to take you in. Yeah, it isn't your place to interfere. It isn't your place. Maybe you're a little protective. Okay. I would never be able to ask for it. Yeah, because the parents are dead. Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that. If you're being genuine, that is. Okay, character personality of someone being nice or not nice is entirely relevant, I would say. Dude, this is a world record attempt moonwalk. This guy's Michael Jackson. World record moonwalk. Zoro don't care. Luffy can handle himself. I don't know this Usopp kid. Weren't there 3 kids? One of you is missing. Yeah. One of you is missing. Onion. He's gonna show up all freaked out. There we go. There we go. Perfect timing. What's happening? Backward. I'm just gonna... Perfectly on par for a kid to be running away from Michael Jackson. I'm just saying. Not a far fetch for a kid to be scared of Michael Jackson. This guy's about to break out in song like fucking Billie Jean. Not my lover. Look at it's Michael Jackson. He's even striking out Michael Jackson. I need to know, is this an actual joke of Michael? This guy is Michael Jackson and Steven Tyler from Aerosmith combined. 1, 2, Jango. Backfired a little bit. He's staring at his own ring. Time for contemplation. And it's ruined. I would love to see like a heart-to-heart moment. Not heart-to-heart, because I don't think Luffy's about that heart-to-heart stuff. But Luffy is a talker. And maybe if it's not heart-to-heart from him, the sentiment is the same, you know? I would love to see like a conversation, get some dialogue out of Luffy to understand him in his mind a little bit better. But instead, I'm just getting him clapping his feet together like a cymbal monkey. Yeah, see, he can talk all about your father. Yeah, his father was really about that life. Before everybody and their brother and everybody and their cousin wanted to be a pirate, he was one for real, doing what he wanted. Why is the butler walking with Jango? What's going on here? Why are they working together? Huh? Are they gonna hit? Assassination? I knew this motherfucker was evil. Assassinate the girl? Okay. Is he gonna have Jango hypnotize Usopp to kill the girl? Or have... It said assassinate. What the hell does... This crab sucks. Okay, don't call it assassination. An accident. Gonna have Jango hypnotize Kaya into killing herself? Like jumping off a cliff or what? I love this show. I was not expecting this whatsoever. I was talking about how I don't really trust him. You know, that there was something off, but this is some Knives Out shit. This is some murder mystery shit. I love this. I'm engaged. I'm entertained. My brain is thinking. You can tell I'm like lively, active. I'm so into this. Compared to like how like, I don't know, like I love Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball is just more of like a sit back and enjoy the action, laugh a bit, and just a casual show you just binge watch and enjoy. Not much thinking. This is I am engaged. I am fascinated. I'm locked in, you know? And this motherfucker inherit the entire fortune. He's been doing this from the start. 3 long years. This guy has been completely disingenuous from the beginning. Captain? This guy's a pirate? What? So Jango's a part of his crew. Captain Kuro. Death by firing squad. His doppelganger or double or like whatever, just a stand-in, like, so he can be presumed dead. So he's just off the charts. And he's picked up a new name. Kade, whatever his name is, the butler. He dropped that name. That's a sick name. Man of 1,000 plans. That's sick. That's a cool name. But fuck this guy. Holy shit. I did not see this at all. Usopp's about to explode. He killed the... I'm going... This guy killed the parents? He killed the parents. And he can look that girl in the face and be like, if anything happened to you, I wouldn't be able to ask forgiveness from your kind parents. You killed them. And he's gonna kill the daughter for the fortune. He's a pirate, not just... God damn. Why do they all look like cats? Come on. Ah, okay. This is insane. I love this. Completely taken me for a spin. And Luffy's just like, interesting, interesting. The smartest, most brutal pirate of all. Wow. This guy is business then. So let's remember the name. Or, you know, I need to remember the name. Captain Kuro. He's gonna be no match. Oh, they're gonna invade the entire city. I didn't even think about the entire village. That's a sick shot. And Luffy, you know, being himself, you can be like, yo, over here. Yep. Exactly. Yo, over here. Let's go. I love Luffy. If there's the most straightforward path to take, he's taking it. No windy roads, no scenic routes, no sugarcoating. Just, hey, here I am. Let's go. I don't like you. Usopp can learn from Luffy a bit. He doesn't lie. What's the point in lying? Like I said last episode and last discussion, he doesn't care. He's not about theatrics. He's not about caring about what people think of him or diplomacy or whatever. He does what he wants. He's gonna knock himself out again. Oh no, he's gonna knock Luffy out. He knocked him out. Luffy's gonna fall. He can take that fall though. He's a rubber person. He can take blunt force trauma. Like, they're gonna think he's dead. Yep, head first. You're gonna think he's dead, but he's just kind of knocked out or whatever, or pretending to be, because they don't know he's a rubber person and he can take that blunt force trauma. And now Usopp's about to explode because the kid, he killed the kid. He's gonna kill his entire village, and he's gonna kill the girl that he loves. And this guy's saying there's nothing you can do. Pretty much underestimating him, discrediting him altogether. That's gonna light a fire under his ass to prove otherwise. Embody your father. Yep, everyone in this village. Ah, yeah. Everybody he loves. Yep. Everybody he loves. 100% resolve. Risk your own life. What did Luffy say? What did Usopp say in the beginning? Real pirates have a lot more punch to their words, I think is what he said. Well, now he has to do that. Just like Luffy said, put your life on it or whatever. Like now that you drew your weapon, stake your life or whatever. He's gonna stake his life now. See, all he wanted to do was make this girl smile. See a smile on her face, make her laugh. Innocent, nice. Go after your queen. This is intense. I just knew. I don't want to say I knew, but look at this fucking guy. He's evil. Is that his ship? His flag is a fucking cat? Oh, that's why everybody on his ship was dressed like cats. A little lame. That's a little lame. I'm gonna say even the clown get-ups were cooler than that. Because at least Boogie also has This crap fucking. The episode's over already? What the hell? I guess that's the sign of a really good show. If time just seems to blow by. But damn. So, let's discuss. I think this is going to be a shorter discussion today. I'm not sure yet because I feel like I actually managed to mention and briefly talk about most of the interesting discussion points during the reaction itself. So as I look at my notes, I don't actually have a lot written down. Maybe something will be off the cuff that kind of steers us into a tangent, but we'll see where we go. I edited the reaction portions to this video already and I was like, damn, what do I do? I didn't realize in the moment I've kind of already brought up most of what I would have talked about in the discussion already, and I don't want to be redundant and be a broken record. I don't want to repeat myself. I think in my reaction, I did a good job of showing my awareness and attention of the different plot and character elements all going on. So I think I'll keep it shorter. I don't think that'll yield any complaints from anybody. I don't know. I'm still trying to grasp with my viewers and what my viewers like or dislike more, the long in-depth discussions or shorter outline discussions, or I guess just keep it fresh by going back and forth with it. So today, let's keep it a little bit short. Usopp is going to become one of my favorite supporting characters. I can't exactly pinpoint why right now, but you can maybe judge just from my natural first reaction to him in these episodes. But he's a unique character who I just can't help but like. Like I said, can't really pinpoint it, but I think I just like those who wear their hearts on their sleeve and who have complex emotions to battle through. Kind of similar to Gon in Hunter x Hunter. Usopp's father abandoned him to pursue his dreams, and as you know, just as there are fights a man cannot run from, there are also dreams, goals, and aspirations a man can't just sit idle and let go by. Yet, Usopp doesn't despise his father for abandoning him. He is proud of him and admires his ability to put his life on the line and go out on the high seas as a pirate in danger and glory and be one of the first and one of the best to live this life if he is/was on Shanks's crew. Yet, I also feel like he struggles with wanting to uphold his father's name. I know there was some sequence in there where the butler, I don't remember his name, kind of like made the jab at him that you guys aren't even related by blood. Makes sense because the two don't physically look similar, but who knows? Struggled with wanting to uphold his father's name or legacy. That struggle a lot of people do have to be as successful, if not more than their parents or whoever came before them. Make a name for himself so he can be known as Usopp and not Yasopp's son. It's kind of like why a lot of people straight out of college kind of are so prideful and don't want to like take a job at like their mother's office or their father's office because it kind of sits with them. They're like, oh, I want to make it on my own. I don't want to be handed this on a silver platter type of thing. So maybe Usopp is kind of going with that. I don't really know how to explain it all, but I think you know what I'm trying to get at. I think he's a vessel for a lot of complex emotions that I'd love to see explored. You guys in the comments can probably break it down a whole lot better than I. I'd love to hear your spoiler-free opinions. If you love Usopp or maybe you don't like him, that would be fair too, but how is Usopp as a character? What these two episodes essentially are is talking the talk versus walking the walk. And that, if you're going to do one or the other, one of them actually matters. You should always walk the walk. Otherwise, just keep quiet. These two episodes introduce the concept, they prime the charge, we got the talk. Next episode will show what it means to walk the walk. Usopp has only ever been one to talk the talk. His whole life centered around hyperbole and stories to make it seem as though he is living in interesting life, like the life his father is living, to impress or be liked by others, maybe, which is understandably almost impossible to do while stuck living on this island, to make a name for yourself, to live an exciting life of adventure. Clearly, Luffy did what so many he is encountering lack the ability to. Luffy is built different, but he also had someone like Shanks to push him. So in a way, Luffy becomes a Shanks to others. He he comes, he arrives, the kid who epitomizes walking the walk, just like Shanks. Luffy instilled it in Kobe. He extracts what is rooted inside each individual, like it's always been there, but deep down. So Luffy just has a way of making them realize it or catalyze the blooming or the blossoming. I don't know the difference between blooming and blossoming. Luffy wants those he likes to also be Luffy or himself. Kinda. Luffy wants to embody Shanks to the point that he copies his lines with the now that you've drawn your weapon, put your life on the line. Those aren't for threatening people. And even if that's copied, hey, it works. Only a select few can even say that shit, you know? You got to give off that vibe. You got to have that presence and that personality to successfully pull off a statement like that. He's that guy. What's also super cool, I already said it, almost everyone Luffy comes across or stumbles upon has some sort of previous connection to his life already. Buggy was once Shanks' comrade. Usopp is the son of Yasopp, crewmate to Shanks. It all goes back to Shanks, man. I realize I don't really know what I want to talk about. Sometimes or somehow, these episodes were pretty straightforward. All I could talk about is the dynamic I look forward to between Luffy and Usopp. Obviously, the moment Usopp got on Luffy's good or favorable side, when Luffy started to like Usopp, was when Usopp didn't take the butler shit any longer and swung down from the tree to get right up in his face. Usopp said before, real pirates have a lot more punch behind their words. Well, Usopp had a whole lot of punch behind these words. That heart on his sleeve. Not gonna allow his father to be disrespected, even if he was left behind. He has his own opinions about his own father, as well as the fact you aren't your parents. There is the argument you become your parents. I don't believe that's true necessarily. I do think you have to be conscious and aware. You do have to try. I do think if you don't try, you want to remember the positive traits, but also to pick the weeds and let the bad traits die. You know what I'm trying to say? So Usopp would, of course, wish to be a lot like his father in many ways, but maybe in turn also to refuse abandonment and refuse to abandon others and instead care about other people more. We see that with Kaya. Usopp was ready to now put his life on the line in that moment of passion and emotion, and Luffy, as we know, loves to see 100% resolve. I was ready for Luffy to get a piece of the action right then and there too. Once he saw Usopp get a right hook in, right behind him, Zoro had to like restrain Luffy down because he was like, let me at him. This motherfucker, let me at him now. I think the main thing I want to talk about, I think this will be an interesting tangent maybe, which isn't even a direct theme in these episodes, but more of an underlying one, is the concept of truth, the idea of white lies and black lies. Is lying bad? Is lying ever good? I always try to find ways we can stroll down a philosophical subjective avenue. I think we arrive at the most interesting discussions this way. I get to unpack my mind, kind of opens a window for you guys to get into my brain and outlook, and to continue the metaphor. It opens a door to engaging conversation down in the comments with y'all, because it's a question and a topic I'd like to hear you answer. Usopp creates these grand, almost mythical stories and tales of action packed heroic adventure. He lies to Kaya to bring a smile on her face and make her forget the melancholy that is otherwise the rest of her existence. It's a phrase I somewhat often say. I laugh to not cry. That is essentially this. Two of my favorite compliments: when someone tells me I'm really funny, and when someone tells me I make them feel safe. Those two things are what Usopp does when he tells those tales. In my mind, I would label those what we usually call white lies. White lies, by definition, are pretty much innocuous. Your parents told them to you as a child to help with, manners or hygiene, or to simply create a imaginative fantasy magical world out there of everyday life. Santa Claus or the Tooth Fairy, or I don't know, like those things being real as toddlers. That was harmless to you in developing you into your present self, or any way that they got you to, like, oh, remember to look both ways before crossing the street, or remember to brush your teeth, or remember to do this, or don't do this, that type of stuff. Those like Brothers Grimm tales. Some of those were a little fucked up. They were beneficial at the time. Why is there a bulldozer going down my street? What the hell? But sometimes in life, being totally honest, blunt, straightforward, would be unpleasant or offensive. In that case, lying can even be seen as civil. Real lies, not realize, but real lies, black lies, are more self serving, selfish, manipulative. I'm sure we all did this in school. You you did shitty on an exam. I'm gonna do a comparison and contrast. What am I saying? You thought you studied enough, but when the time came, you found yourself unprepared. Won't happen again. You did shitty on the exam. Your parents asked you, "Oh, how'd your exam go? How's school going? How are your grades?" And you lied to them and told them you did good. You didn't want to worry them or get dragged into a lecture. Um, when the second exam came around, you learned your lesson from the first time. You were better prepared, you tried harder, you studied more, and you got that B or that A on the test. Everything's back on track. So that first little white lie can be seen as, maybe thoughtful. Didn't want to prematurely upset your parents, add even more stress to their lives. Now they got to worry about their kid not doing good in school. When in the grand scheme of things, just weeks later, it all canceled out anyways, and you're back in good standing, good grades, and everything. So, in my opinion, that's okay. Or to actually be able to contrast this, because I can't even come up with a contrast to that. We all know the iconic white lie. We see it on the sitcoms and the comedy movies all the time. It's like cliche to this point. For the straight guys out there, or anybody out there, I guess, but in my way, or in the most common way, girlfriend asks how she looks in some outfit, like, ooh, do I look fat in this? Oh, does this look good? And don't really fit that great, but the boyfriend tells the girlfriend, hey, it looks great, because he wants to boost her self-esteem and her confidence and doesn't want to get into an argument, or, that's a white lie. But if the guy does it so that, when they go out to a party, that she can look bad at the party while he looks even better by comparison as a result, and he can come across as even more attractive standing next to a girl that people are going to think is below his league, then that's just straight up selfish, manipulative, and, downright shitty. That's a pure example of a real lie, a black lie, whatever you want to call it. But do the lies Usopp tell self-serve him? Are there psychological compensations he is making? I guess only you could really determine that, because you know his story. I'm just meeting this guy. I don't know anything. I just know that protecting one's self-image and ego is one of the most basic reasons for why people lie. You want to protect and manipulate how you're perceived by those around you. Usopp could be creating these stories and lying about his life experiences in a pure, harmless manner, because he knows they are only meant to, make her laugh or make her smile. But could he also be lying to make her like him more? manipulate her perception of him, get an in with her, rather than admitting he is the son of a pirate abandoned on this island with not much else going on for him. He calls himself not just pirate, but captain, who has been on many an adventure in his time. I think it's just a very fascinating lens to look through, something I'm sure we've each kind of pondered about to ourselves, or maybe in a group discussion, trying to rationalize or come to any conclusion with. I think it's extra interesting when you get to think about it in the context of One Piece. Usopp, who is a habitual liar at this point, contrasting to Luffy, who has no reason to lie. He's only told the truth so far, even when it has come at a great disadvantage to him. So there are two questions. Is Usopp lying okay? And in general life, is lying okay? And when? Or is it pretty much always more beneficial in the long run to tell the truth? Because I know scientifically, the more you lie, your brain literally comes to re-hardwire itself to dishonesty. Similar to an addiction, the more you lie, the more your brain is going to want to be dishonest. So small acts can ultimately lead to bigger and bigger, even life-changing transgressions, even bring about one's downfall. I can almost imagine less lying in turn leads to better mental health as well. Um, that's more scientific than philosophical, though I do think the two go hand in hand and shouldn't be mutually exclusive. Maybe Usopp lies to protect his self image. I don't know. All I would say is that in order to love and accept who you are, you can't hate the experiences that shaped you. It doesn't seem like he hates the fact his father left him, but I don't know his whole story. To me, it's obvious that, truth is not and can truth is not and can never be what you want it to be. It is what it is. And you either bend to its power or you live a lie. And I think anyone could say living a lie is detrimental and unbearably unhealthy. I think just as when you look back on your past, it's usually having done something difficult that you remember very positively. So when you look back on your past, it's usually having been honest and forthcoming and genuine that you remember most positively and feel most proud or accepting of yourself. So just as there then has to be something about you and within you that craves difficulty, there also has to be something about you and within you that yearns for, wishes for, and prefers honesty and truth. That's what sin is in a religious sense. We all know the word sin. The text is so old. That fucking book is so goddamn old. It's been translated from what? What was first? Hebrew or Aramaic? I always forget which one. Okay, Moses wrote in Hebrew. I know that for sure. When he wrote the commandments and shit. So I imagine most of the Old Testament was Hebrew, and then became Aramaic. So the Old Testament was written in Hebrew, then it was translated into Aramaic when it became more popular. Then the New Testament came along and was written in Greek. Then the whole Bible was translated from Greek to Latin. Then Latin was translated into Anglo-Saxon. And then that was translated into English, which, kept getting edited and adapted and everything as English developed more. That's literally what we call lost in translation, okay? The word sin originally meant missing the mark. I think this is so interesting. When you sinned, being a sinner simply originally meant you missed the mark. When you're firing an arrow, you want to hit that bullseye, but you miss the mark. Sometimes you miss. Sometimes you don't hit that bullseye. And that sounds a hell of a whole lot better than the later scare tactics of the church where sinning meant otherwise going to hell unless you repented or paid your indulgences, which essentially meant paying the church to ease your way into heaven. And that's where you get the whole Reformation with Martin Luther and shit. That is what your conscience tells you when you lie. For example, there's that feeling inside you that you get when you know you've done something wrong and you strayed away from doing right. And it's a feeling of either regret or shame or something else along those lines. That's you knowing through your conscience that you've missed the mark. That's an ideal that you strayed away from. You know, you have your ideal self. That's what your conscience is your ideal. Otherwise, your conscience wouldn't even exist inside you in the first place, and you wouldn't have those bad feelings. Your conscience is 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 your mind telling you you're straying away from your ideal. It's literally what Jesus Christ symbolized was the ideal. I'm not religious by any means at all. Holy shit, no. But I love history, I love storytelling and philosophy and existentialism even. So I read and study a lot. So I ain't talking like no religious nut right now. Holy shit. Ugh. I'm just sharing the original philosophical or psychological themes that originally existed. And I just think it's super fascinating because we're talking about, the truth and stuff. I've never felt good about telling a black lie, a real lie, because I'm missing the mark. I know lying is wrong. I regret being dishonest and realize I should have told the truth instead. It always comes to bite you in the ass, or it's always better to just tell the truth. For black lies, at least. I haven't felt bad about white lies, really, at least in the past. Lying about why I was 5 minutes late or lying about a test to avoid getting yelled at or lectured. Um, that old question you would get at the doctors at your checkups, and your mom was in the room, and the doctor would ask, "Are you sexually active?" Like, doc, you gotta understand. I'm gonna say no. I hope you know I'm lying. I ain't having my mom know all that. That's an awkward car ride home in high school or in your teenage years. I still lie to my parents when randomly asked or whenever it comes up in conversation, when I lost my virginity. I'm not embarrassed of it at all. I was young, but parents are weird. So best to just leave conversations like that on the back burner a little while longer if I can. I don't lie to my friends. I don't think I've ever told a black lie to my friends or my mom or anyone like that. A black lie? Pff, no. I don't find myself telling white lies as much either. I think that came with a lot of effort, to be honest, on my part. I stopped caring about self image, and I really started to examine the ego and self image and stopped caring about judgment or outside shit. And I don't know how to describe it. Like, just like that, all the extra effort it takes to tell a white lie or to care. When what does the white lie serve anymore? Like, I just don't care so much anymore. I think that's a big thing that happens as you get older. Is you just stop caring, and not the indifference stop caring, but the unattachment caring, the caring about stuff that doesn't matter. Like I just don't care about like so much now compared to like my previous self. Almost like an evolved form of myself. Like I can't even like I look at my past self as a stranger. Like I care about very little, few things and few people. But in my mind, that then leaves me to care about those things so, so, so much more because my care and love isn't spread thin. It's not so diluted. It's instead super saturated in my tight circle of people that I would do absolutely anything for and around a tight locality and vicinity to my own existence where my own existence actually can change shit or it actually matters. Um, I felt more proud and comfortable and authentic and free. Um, you know, Going back to that, if I'm with a girl or seeing a girl, I don't think I've actually told that white lie about like an outfit uh looking good when it doesn't or something petty like that. I do think I'm a very blunt and straightforward person, but not in that toxic asshole way that a lot of people are when they say some things like, oh yeah, I'm just brutally honest and super blunt. Some people just can't take my truth that I dish out. People are too sensitive. I'm just brutally honest. No, sounds more like you're just a toxic ass. There's a difference. I'm not stuck behind personal pride or self-image. I think that naturally comes as you get older and the life experiences you have growing up as you live. Like it's your high school self, like everyone in high school cared about self-image and the huge egos everybody had, and popularity is equivalent to your existence and shit like that. And that's why high school sucks. Then you reach adulthood, you go to university, if you go to one, or straight to your career, and it just naturally evolves. Like it's almost like it's like enlightenment. Not everybody goes through that. There are, of course, those narcissists or pathological habitual liars out there, the manipulators and the gaslighters. And you filter those people out. I think they filter themselves out because they don't really make it very far. For me, my honesty, my straightforwardness, my bluntness comes in the form of like telling you I love you if I love you, and telling you wholeheartedly how much I love you, and refusing to say um I love you to those that I don't, and not being hesitant to tell someone I don't like you, or I don't like this, or or telling or saying no, or I don't want to, or and something like that. Or that I'm not their friend, just as much as I wouldn't hesitate to compliment someone, or tell them how much I like them, or tell them how close they are to me, or how important they are, or I love this, or I want this, or yes, or enjoying what I enjoy, liking what I like, being passionate about what I am passionate about. Like the biggest example is I remember being a gamer made you kind of a loser nerd dork back then. But now gaming is cool. Kind of the same thing where like I can imagine liking anime back then was maybe something you hid or something you weren't so open about because of the judgment. But now it's like even for me, that was one of the reasons why I never explored anime or manga, was because of the preconceived notion that others placed on it. And then I was like, I don't give a fuck. I love this shit. This is amazing. And I want to like it. And I'm not going to be embarrassed or ashamed that I do like it. Like, that type of stuff. Just like if I like someone or something, I'm not quiet about it. If I don't like something or someone, I don't lie about it. Anything else, I just don't care. I think that's a big thing. I don't care. I don't even know what I'm rambling about anymore. Where the hell am I? Like this this is no longer a short discussion, is it? Um I'm just rambling about truth and honesty now. Where the fuck have we gone? Who am I, like Deepak Chopra or something? Point is, I don't consider myself a liar. I am content, comfortable, confident, happy, and loving with myself. Enough where honesty and truth is not only easy now, but healthy and positive too. When I am honest and when I spread truth, it's positive and loving and all that good stuff. Not only to me, but to those close to me too. But black lies, never. And white lies, I've consciously avoided to the point my mind really sees no advantage to them greater than the advantage would be of just telling the truth and being authentic and genuine. And, like Luffy, whatever happens, happens. Telling the truth is hard. You first have to know the truth, which is something sometimes extremely difficult in and of itself. And then you have to speak the truth, which is also hard. It's a two-step process. If you don't know the truth, you at least know the lie. That can help you. But to me, there is no escaping the truth, really. There is not getting away. There's no getting away with a lie. Like, to lie is to warp your entire sense of being. Lies make you weak. And that's why you feel weak when you tell a lie, because you're warping your own being. It's the complete antithesis to yourself, the opposite pole to meaning in your being, because it's not you. Hence why it is a warp. There's a lot of the world, the entire universe, in fact, all this reality around you filled with truth, and there's not so much of you, only a little, only you. And you think you're not only gonna disrupt that harmony, but you're gonna get away with it too. It's like totally arrogant and narcissistic. Yet we do that to some degree or extent every day of our lives. And I simply think that that's the key. Being conscious of it, being aware of that, and respectful to that. And just trying to do better. Maybe you can't always tell the truth because you might not always even know the truth. Like, what do we know? But if you can't tell the truth, at least don't lie. So for Usopp, if Kaya is his friend and he actually values her, actually cares about her, wants her in his life, and wants her to like him, he shouldn't lie to her because she enjoys the company of and likes the Usopp that doesn't even exist. It's a figment of both of their imaginations. Even if his intentions are good, what's that phrase? Impact over intent, even if his intentions are good, he should be honest. You don't know the impact of that. After such a rant like that, I'd love to hear your own thoughts and opinions. I'm done with that subject. I'd love to hear more about it from you guys. How you kind of try to navigate that through life in this regard. Like, what's your outlook? I'd love to hear that. I'm done because I think I bored the hell out of you people. But going into the fight with Kuro, that I suspect will most likely play out next episode or two, along with Jango too, I guess. Let me just first say this was such a plot twist I was not suspecting or expecting. Both. Kuro was not passing my vibe check early on, but I was not expecting it to go so far as a complete alter ego identity. Have your fake former self killed. You're off the grid. Man of 1,000 plans, captain of his own crew, plotting for 3 years over this treasure. It was a marvelous ride. That's the stuff I live for and love most with these series, these Let's Watch series. Experiencing it for the first time, and you get to follow along as these omniscient viewers, and we come together to analyze and appreciate. I hope it is just a fight between Luffy and Kuro, honestly, though. Luffy fought for Kobe. Luffy fought for Zoro. Luffy fought for Nami. Luffy fought for Chushu. Luffy fought for the mayor. Luffy fought Buggy. I want to see Luffy fight Kuro. Luffy fighting the one who insulted the pirates and friends he grew up with and learned from, who called them filthy savages. This sinister guy who wants to kill and steal from the innocent, who hasn't done anything but be good to him. Pirate in hiding for 3 years on some grand scheme of his, man of 1,000 plans, who couldn't have possibly planned for Luffy, no planning for or predicting the unpredictable Luffy. This feared veteran pirate forced to go up against the new blood, the new generation of young pirates who holds devil fruit powers nonetheless. Let's see how you handle that shit. Luffy fights for those who can't or aren't ready to. An uneven fight is an unfair fight, which is an unentertaining, unengaging, uninteresting fight. He tags himself into the ring to fight for others. Usopp could come in to save Kaya. Usopp could take on Jango, maybe, team up with his little kid friends to defeat his ass. But the main pay-per-view event should be Luffy. Usopp shouldn't fight this battle. I would like to see Luffy fight for him and win him over to his crew or spark that passion to actually pursue his dream, just like he did with Kobe, and become a pirate and leave the island. I don't know. I just would prefer to see Luffy versus Kuro. Makes for better storytelling, in my opinion, than what, ironically, than what would some people assume is more predictable. But, you know, I think that's going to be it for this. I don't even know how short this discussion was. I'm not even looking at the recording time on this. Hopefully it was not too long. But if you enjoyed the video, hitting that like button to let me know actually does go a long way. And if you haven't already, subscribing to stay in the loop really means a whole lot to me and helps this channel grow. You know that. Keep the conversation going in the comments below so I can connect with you even more. And remember, Jughead's Journey members get early access and exclusive content over on my Patreon. Having said all that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time, thank you, stay happy, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.